Hello everyone, welcome to another Fight of the Night review. This is for the Fight of the Night at the CSKA Arena in Moscow, Russia, between Zabit Magomedsharipov and Calvin Kattar. I'm just going to call it Zabit versus Kattar because, we don't have all the time in the world. And it was the main event of the card, so, yeah. And Zabit won in his own time by unanimous decision. And also, my cat's here. There, you can see his face now. Yeah, we're just basically going to try and break it down round by round, bit by bit, and see how well that goes. So, let's do that. So, fight starts, and worth knowing about this fight is that it is pretty much almost entirely a stand-up war. There are a couple of exceptions. I think round one is the only one with stand-up all the way through. And a lot of it is sort of the same story. They both start off with some really good shots, with some really good leg kicks, especially from Kattar. He lands some good leg kicks on Zabit. Sorry. And he's like advancing more and landing some really good combos. He lands some good body shots, but Zabit is definitely getting the... I almost said his surname, which I have difficulty pronouncing anyway. But Zabit did manage to definitely get the upper hand. He started landing the bigger shots. He landed a really good, like, 3-jab, right-cross combo at some point in the round. And, yeah, he was definitely getting the better of him. I think his best moment in round one was definitely when he went for, like, a sort of uppercut elbow. Then he followed up with a right uppercut to the body. And he was definitely landing the way bigger strikes. And he was landing more shots, even though it did look like Kattar was advancing more. It was still pretty close, but I do ultimately give round one to Zabit. Round two did feel sort of the same. Kattar did sort of start to pull away with it maybe near the end, but it was mostly the same story. In round two, Zabit definitely landed some more kicks. He landed a really good sort of like hooking leg kick that looked really, really sweet. And yeah, there was more like leg kicks exchange as well. There was a moment where Zabit, who is a really good wrestler, because, Russian Sambo, that's kind of their thing, he did sort of like fake a shot, I think, and then go for like a side grab and try to take down Kattar with him, but Kattar managed to stay up and, wasn't taken down. And I almost completely forgot. At the end of round one, Zabit landed a spinning back fist on Kattar, and it looked like it rocked it near the end of the round. In round two, he lands another spinning back fist. It doesn't seem to do as much damage, but yeah, I felt like Kattar, was really rocked by the spinning back fist at the end of round one. Round two was, again, more of the same. Zabit went for like a takedown, as I mentioned, but Kattar managed to roll along with it, defended it, managed to stay up. Then it's a bit of a clinch game when Zabit like chased Kattar a little bit. And yeah, round two, a little bit more close, but definitely more still in favour of Zabit. Round three was definitely where a lot of it started to kick off. It did start with an unintentional groin strike from Zabit to Kattar. It was an accident, but, it happens. And it wasn't really a serious one either. It was just like, an accidental, like, going for the inside leg kick. Judged it wrong. Kattar moved too far away from it to fully be caught in the leg. And it was just like, whoosh. And even though it wasn't a serious groin shot, I've said this before many times, I'll say it again, there's something weirdly satisfying about hearing the entire crowd go, ooh. Just, ooh, I don't know why I find that so funny. It just is. Just the entire crowd, even the females feeling that, like, oh. So, anyway, round three is where that happened, and that was the start of the round, but obviously it picked up as it went along. It was sort of more of the same as the previous rounds, but Kattar, I have to keep reminding myself not to say Kattar, even though it probably should be pronounced that way. Names in the UFC are fucking weird, okay? they just are. Even the English-sounding names are still weird. But yeah, Kattar, like, he starts to land some good shots of his own. There is a moment where I think he starts chasing Zabit in round three, but Zabit does manage to counter him, and in round three, they actually start smiling with each other, and sort of like, Zabit especially, he's smiling a lot, he's like doing a feint. He does like this weird sort of point thing. I don't really know why he does that. He's doing a lot of backing away with his hands down, which is a bit of a show of disrespect, especially against someone like Kattar, who did land bigger shots on Zabit a bit earlier in that round. But Zabit definitely still got the better of him, landed good shots. Kattar definitely landed heavy body shots, this is the closest round in terms of striking. I think Kattar, like, sort of had the slight edge, maybe? I mean, not a split decision losing edge, but a unanimous decision losing edge to Zabit, so, you know, there you go. But it all kicked off when Kattar went for an uppercut, and Zabit reversed that into a takedown and got the mount. And even though he was on top, Kattar was landing like some elbows to the top of the head, trying to avoid landing to the back of the head because, you know, of the position that Zabit was in. He basically, Zabit finished the fight on top, and in my opinion, definitely won the fight. Like, the unanimous decision and, like, the scores, 29-28 across all three cards, definitely check out for me. I thought this fight was consistently entertaining. I guess some part of me, even though it was a really great stand-up war, I wanted a bit more wrestling, I guess. Because besides that takedown in round 2, and the ending of round 3, brain. There wasn't really a lot of that, but the bigger strikes from Zabit definitely are what won in the fight, and it wasn't like he wasn't landing anything in between those strikes either. He was definitely doing well. It just looked like he wasn't doing as much because of how much Kattar was moving, and he was, you know, landing quite a lot of his own shots as well. I almost said strikes. Shots. He was landing quite a lot of his own punches and stuff as well. But at the end of the day, Zabit, you know, really well-deserved win, adding to his record of, I think that's 18-1 now. And Kattar didn't come away from this too badly. I mean, leaving 20-4. So, my cat is snoring very loudly as well, by the way. That'll about do it for this review. There's not really a lot else to say. I will see you all possibly tomorrow night for a new PBW stream. It's gonna be good, and yeah, I'll see you all for that, as always. Thank you for watching, you're awesome. Bye-bye.